Hello and welcome to Scott's Garage. Today we're going to do some sprinkler work. I want to take this sprinkler, split it into two, move one there, and then change all the heads in the flower beds to the same kind of head. So let's get started on that right now. But the first project that we need to do is, if I move this over, it's going to be right here where the sprinkler head is. Plus, the rest of these sprinklers are kind of a hodgepodge of just other stuff. So I kind of want to put the same sprinkler head on all the sprinklers in the flower bed, and then take this one and divide it into two to kind of have the Virgin Mary in the center, one over there and one over there, and we'll do that right now. So as you see here, this is kind of a good example of what we've got going on. Here is a sprinkler head, for grass to pop up. So you don't really need this in the flower bed, but I was just using it just because. I bought these on Amazon. You can see the price and things of them right here. And these are just a bunch of flower bed 0 to 360, so they can go 0 and all the way open. I think what I'm going to do here is just do 360 because I don't really care if it goes out onto the fence. It's not near the house. And it's going to water the flower bed and the grass a little bit at the same time. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so we remove this guy. We'll put that back in the bucket. And then these, let's see. Looks like it comes with a filter on it. And it says this is a 4-foot adjustable pattern, 0 to 360. You know what I think I'll do is, even though this other one over here seems to be kind of one, I'm just going to replace them all so we have all the same kind in the flower bed. We can put this one back in the bucket. This should be fine, but let's make them all the same. So I'm hoping when I crank up these sprinklers, it all just goes poof. All of them do that. So I think I've got this all the way open to 360. And I'll just continue on until I get to the one where we have to split it and make two. Okay, so the idea is to take this one, where the Virgin Mary is going to go, and split it into two that way. So I think so this is kind of how I do it. It's 128 from tree to tree. And I want to put two sprinkler heads. It's a little counterintuitive, but what you want to do is make this into 3. Okay. I'm just going to double check this. We've got right on, 128. Looks good. So 128 divided by 3 is what? Okay, so that's about 42. So if we just did 42, what I did here is I just kind of laid out this pipe, and those pliers are kind of where I'm going to put the sprinkler heads, and I want to kind of see if they're equidistant here. I'll probably put this one right here, even with this crack, and I'll do this one right about here. Yeah, that looks good. And then center this way. Okay, so we've got the hole dug out. We'll put one sprinkler there and one over there. We just need to tee off of that. That's 3/4 inch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that with the pipe cutter and then sand off that whatever stuff is on there, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here's my plan. I think I have a solution. So I have 3/4 inch pipe coming up here. I'm going to cut that off, sand off whatever this goo is on here. Then I'm going to put in this 3/4 to 1/2 inch threaded. Put in glue in this, then I'll have something like that, and then I can run my lines over there and up, and then I'll be good to go. So let's make that happen. So right about here is where I want it. It's you don't really have to be too accurate with sprinklers, and also it's kind of a time when you can use your creativity a bit and put together some different pieces. You may not have all the exact right pieces, so then this piece we can save because it's and notice that I cut it off a little long so that I could actually use this in another place. So I have it threaded here and glued into a 3/4. So you never know when you're going to use that. So then what we're going to do is try to get all the schmutz off of whatever kind of schmutz is on here. My sandpaper would cooperate. Doesn't really want to work. Okay. Now I take some glue. Christie's Red Hot. All right. PVC pipe cement. It's good stuff. Put some there. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure that this is straight up, and I'm making sure that this is even this way. So that's not going to go anywhere. Let's put a little bit on this. And we can put a little bit on this. This old piece of pipe already has a threaded 1/2 inch going up, so I'm kind of eyeballing the length. I want it right about here, so I'm going to cut her right about here. These cutters are so handy, they're so great. So then if I put that right there, that's going to put me just about perfect. Okay, so we have my riser coming up. Buried that a little bit. Put a 90 there, glued it in there, threaded the riser up, and there's nothing left to do but fill this in. So we got that centered on there, and I think these are pretty good. Okay, so now what I think I'm going to do is put the other sprinkler head on here. Okay, so I think I have that all done. I have all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sprinkler heads all on there and ready to go. made a nicer platform for the Virgin Mary statue and split those two. So let's see how these sprinklers work. Let's try to turn them on and see what we're dealing with. Well, all right. They're all giving out their 360, and if it goes on the fence, that's no problem. And if it goes on the grass, that's no problem. So I think we're good. I think that just about does it for Scott's Garage, and hope you enjoyed watching this. I really enjoyed bringing it to you, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.